Welcome to Brainwreck. I'm Jason X.
And I'm Kevin Graham.
And this is the best show on the internet.
Yeah, it is, man. We're back again. Doing it.
Episode 2 of 22.
Oh, 2 of 22. Oh, I see what you did.
That's
there.
right.
This is actually episode... Wait, I think this is episode 260?
260.
260.
Okay.
We have done 260 episodes of this. Have you ever done 260 of anything in your life?
I mean, my wife, but like other than that, like, no, I don't.
I mean, those are good numbers, right?
I mean, it's way more than that, but like, I'm just saying.
I mean, like, you know, there's 365 days in a year, like 100 nights off, like that, like 100 nights off, like that's a good chunk of time.
Labor Day.
I don't even think the guys in the E get that much time off.
No, that's true.
Oh, look at us doing things.
How about that?
Yeah,
we got to start planning for 300. It's right around the corner.
Well, I mean, like, you could add a couple of extra nights in there, but it might get, you might pull something.
I mean, that's true. You got to stretch.
Yeah,
you got to limber.
You got to stretch before.
I meant of this show.
Oh, of this show.
300 of this show. Yes.
That's in what? So 360? No, 260.
Try to figure it out.
I'm not good at math on
this
the spot.
Year.
Huh?
I'll tell you that much.
Can I tell you something?
Year?
I feel like I'm falling apart mentally. Like, I have a master's degree. I don't know if you know this. I was reading to my nephew a couple weeks back when I was in town, and like, I clearly have not read out loud in a while because I was struggling at times. And these are like kids' books. But I also do that thing too, and Christy calls me out for this all the time, where I'll read a sentence and make up half the words that are in it. I don't know. Like, I could be dyslexic or something or have.
You're like the song from the 90s, except you only read what you want to.
Oh, okay, yeah. Right. Yeah.
It's a reaching joke. It's a reaching joke.
Okay? Yeah. But yeah, so what? We've got 40 episodes to go after this.
Right. 52 weeks in a year.
50. So like almost towards the end of the year, we'll be at 300.
End of the year.
As long as we don't
maybe
miss.
Somewhere around October, possibly.
Oh.
Maybe.
How many weeks is 40 weeks from now? Let's find this out. How many weeks is 40 weeks from now? October 23rd.
Look at that. It's an anniversary show.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, it would be the week of October 23rd, I should say.
Right.
So that's going to be what, our 7th year anniversary. Fucking shit. 7 years, 300 episodes.
So, okay, let's do a little reminiscing real quick.
Okay.
Back when I was like, "Hey man, do you want to do a podcast?" Did you ever think that possibly it could get to 300 episodes, 7 years in the making? What were your initial thoughts?
I'm honestly surprised we made it into your basement for that second iteration.
It's true.
I mean,
it wasn't looking good.
Didn't know what we were doing, didn't understand what we were doing. And then it was one of those
October 26, 2022 from Bergman in the chat. So there you go.
The exact date.
The exact date.
Which we'll get into that date here in a little bit, as a matter of fact, because there might be something going on that week in particular.
Oh shit! Do we gotta do a thing then? For 300.
I mean, we'll see. We'll
talk
see.
about it.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to probably talk about it in a little bit here on the show.
Yeah.
No, I had no idea we would be at this point. I feel like this was sort of forced upon us because, like, I feel like we just failed long enough to where we started to figure it out, which really became.
Well, we had to, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because it really became more of like, what if we just did things that we thought were fun? and did things mainly to entertain us, because like this show, for people who may not have seen it before, is pretty much like our therapy session on a weekly basis.
Oh yeah,
where we just let it all out, and you get. I mean, I'm sure if you start back to like the earliest episode on YouTube, even if you go to those Facebook episodes that are still hidden there somewhere, like there is a progression that I feel we go through, not just in like weight and hair, but also like just mental well-beings, lots of ups and downs. Sometimes we just look defeated, other times we're just way too out there.
We went through a green screen phase.
We went through a green where we were traveling on a weekly basis, and then that fucking pandemic ruined it all.
Yeah, it was a reset.
That pesky COVID, and I mean, like, listen, we could always go back there. Like we could travel again.
I still got the green screen.
I've still got. I should buy a new green screen. It was. Listen, if you're gonna buy a green screen, here are my 2 tips. You either have to have the camera very close to you, like closer to than like what this is to me right now, or you need to get a very big green screen, because you probably never really saw what that setup for me was like.
I'm pretty sure it was a foldable thing that was held together with chip clips.
It was foldable thing that was held together with chip clips and tape in between 2 tripods that had nothing on them. And then I had these 2 lights, which were on their own tripods, on my desk. The green screen was basically against my back, and I was like huddled into my little corner desk like that. And I'm a big guy, and
they're not expensive. I'm just saying,
well,
like a little, little investment.
I'm 32 years old. It has taken me just pretty much this long to come to the conclusion that like you have to invest in yourself. Like you really do. And like if you want to get to that next level, like you really got to put a little money into it. And yeah, like it was not then like I cut the green screen out because I thought it could, sit nice on the 2 tripods, and that didn't work. And then I tried fashioning myself a rope to it and holding it up.
Jesus, but then you got that at that point, the end of your rope, huh?
I was at the end of the rope, and I just it's like a glue hole mess at this point. It's just a disaster. I don't even know where it is.
Well, there you go, folks. We've come a long way.
But we're here now.
Is the moral of the story?
Yeah.
And I can't even. Time has become a blur for me lately. Like being unemployed, not having a steady job, that type of thing. Like it's really gotten to the point where like I don't know what day it is anymore. I rely on like phone notifications to tell me it's Wednesday to do this show. So
see, what's weird for me is like I typically forget what day it is, but then I remember everything else.
Oh, everything else.
It's just not great.
All the trauma, everything. It's just remembering
it's
everything.
All there. Yeah.
But one thing that came up, and we got to talk about this, man, because like you set a goal for this year. Let's see here. In the chat, Bergman says, by the way, Kevin, Monica gives you props for the Dolly shirt. So there you go.
Yeah. See, you guys gave me shit about this shirt when we were on the cruise.
What about, good as new.
Okay.
Laundry day is a dangerous day.
I actually had to do my laundry today.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah, which was great because I hadn't done my laundry since I had left Syracuse, or since I had come back from Syracuse. I had some extra clothes, okay? But like I had to do my laundry from the Syracuse trip because I'm now going back to Syracuse in 2 days.
Dude, what are you doing?
This is a work thing. I'm going for work.
Isn't everybody remote now? Like, can't we just all be remote? Can't we just all figure this out? Like, listen, you don't have to be there. There's a thing called the internet. There's a thing called fucking Skype and Zoom, but and Microsoft Teams. Like we're a team,
but like they want everybody to be included.
There you go. Hitting that lower third. But like, why do you have to go back to Syracuse for work? You're in Texas.
I mean, I'm only going to be there for the weekend. There's an event. There's an event. It's an event.
Okay.
Yes, it's an event. It's not like I'm going to work. It's a soiree, if you will.
A masquerade?
Maybe. Axe, if it were the cheese, which is the most important character on the show, I'd respect it more. Okay.
That is true.
Yeah.
He's the best character on the show.
Okay. Well,
Wacky Deli.
We got way off track there. What were you going to say?
I don't remember.
You were talking about I made some resolutions and goals.
So yeah, okay. Assholes. Okay, you had a resolution for this year that you were going to do more streaming content on this channel,
and I did. 2.
You did.
I knocked 2 out.
Well, hold on, because I don't know if that counts as 2. I don't know.
I got 2. I tell you what, I got 2. I tell you what, hang on. Because I don't know, I got to do some travel here in a little bit, so it's going to throw off my schedule.
Right.
We got 2 done. I have a plan to do an additional video based on those 2 episodes.
Okay. So listen, I'm a big fan of Video Game Date Night.
Taking the world by storm.
Taking the world by storm. Like, you guys do an excellent job playing together. The communication's great. Mm-hmm. You don't take suggestions from people in the chat, which is upsetting. But other than that,
we definitely do.
I mean, okay. Yeah, you did a decent job. So the first Video Game Date Night. So tell the people what you played.
So well, hang on. I mean, because first of all, if you are new to the show, new to this channel, the first thing you should do is hit that subscribe button. Okay.
Look at that.
Because we do so much content here on Brainwreck TV, not just Brainwreck Live, which is each and every Wednesday night at 10, 9 Central, but we do other things like Don't Be an Asshole on, Thursday nights. And, I do some stuff, you do some stuff, we all do some stuff. It's a lot of fun. But Christy and I had the idea that, we wanted to do a stream together for some gaming stuff, because she had done some streaming in her, time, and we've done this. And we were like, let's do one together. And I was like, well, what if we made it a little special, like put a little pizzazz on it, and make it a show? Because if there's anything we need for this channel, it's definitely more shows.
More shows. And I'm going to say something after this.
Okay. So I was like, what if we do like a little thing where it's like a little date night? We get all fancy. We put, we get some nice drinks out, maybe some snacks, and we play a nice, either co-op game or a game that we can kind of, collaborate and get ourselves through, because there's a lot of fun, single player games out there. And plus, like, it even goes back to, a lot of the times when we would be hanging out and I would play, like The Last of Us.
Right.
And she would watch, but like she would want to watch. Right. So it wasn't just like me being the boyfriend. I'm like, I'm going to play video games. Like
Blakely K is the same way. Like, she loves watching the game. Like, she doesn't want to play it.
There's an entire industry built around people watching other people play video games. So like, I'm not going to knock it, but it was also the type of thing where like it was a game Christy didn't want to play herself because, a little bit of, anxiety inducing in that. So she watched as I played it, which, and she would call out some stuff from time to time.
Bergman, I couldn't be there for day one. I was over at Epcot looking at some art. But they ate the dessert, apparently, on day one. So,
so Video Game Date Night, that's what we do. It's a date night between the two of us where we invite everybody else in. We play a game. We have some good times. The first game we played was a little game called Doki Doki Literature Club, which is a dating simulator, which is very wholesome and very very cutesy. And which then it all turns into nightmare fuel.
I still think about the hanging scene. Dude. It still fucks with me, bro. It still fucks with me.
The hanging scene, the stabbing scene, the neck breaking scene, the entire fucking game. And then after that, we did Road 96, which which was a fun, point and click game.
Right, except you fucked it up, but like it was good.
We did not fuck it up. We played.
You killed the girl at the end.
Well, she shouldn't have, it was a dangerous mission. Okay, I don't know what you want from us. And plus, there was like so much trauma built into that game too.
That's true.
So we played that, and then
gotta play Animal Crossing. Blake the K says.
You know what? Maybe that'll be the next thing we do. Maybe the next video game date night will be cleaning up my village, because I have not played that in over a year. Right. But then these past 2 nights, what we did was we played the interactive thriller 12 Minutes, which.
Sir, we got to talk, okay? we got rules on this channel.
We do have rules on this channel. Maybe she should have thought more about that when she I think it got cut off. Beat me.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. Beat me in Connect 4. Yeah.
Okay. So here's the thing. I missed night 1 of video game date night. But as soon as I got home, started the stream over, and I was yelling at my TV like, assholes, this is what you need to do, type of thing.
Right.
And it was too late because the stream already happened. So like, you took none of my suggestions. I was very hurt as a friend, and I was like, okay. And then you announced part 2 was the next night. And I'm like, all right, we're doing it. I went out. I got myself a bottle of booze.
There you
I
go.
got myself a cookie cake.
There
some
you
ice
go.
Cream.
Nice.
Me and the missus were ready. Me and Blake K were in bed. We had it on the TV. We were both shouting, screaming things. I was offering up suggestions in the chat. And sir, what are you doing? To me, to the audience. I mean, Christy, you're guilty too. Like, what's happening here? What is this channel turning into?
It was just a fun interactive thriller with point and click mechanics where you're trying to get out of a time loop and not get brutally murdered.
Which happened a lot.
We did die. Yeah. I mean, do we just get into it?
I mean, if you have not watched and you don't want it spoiled, like maybe come back in like 10 minutes.
Maybe run through the 2 episodes, or if you're seeing this and I have the recap available already, watch the recap. It'll be 12 minutes long.
Christy, it was a really great game with incredible twists. Incredible twists is accurate. That is accurate.
I'll say it was a twist. So the whole premise of the game is you're stuck in this time loop and you're in an apartment with your wife, and a guy comes over who says that he's a cop, but you don't really know if he's a cop. I mean, cops have to tell you that they're cops because, that's how being a cop works, but he something tells me he's lying. And then he's trying to arrest your wife for the murder of her father, and she's got a pocket watch hidden in the apartment that he's trying to steal in order to pay for his daughter's cancer treatment. And then you're there trying to figure out why all this is happening. And then, like, while all this is happening, like, you're getting just beat down, and then the loop restarts, and then you're getting strangled, and then the loop restarts, and then you have sex with your wife, and then the loop restarts, and then you...
Which, by the way, until the ending, I was like, you nailed it.
Like, so good. And then you work with the cop, and you give him the watch, and everything's good and fine, and then the loop restarts.
Bergman, almost.
And then you layers start getting peeled away, and you start finding out more. You get
information.
You get more information. Like, for instance, that the wife had a brother that she didn't know about. And basically, what it all boils down to is you're trying to find out who killed her father, really, because you come to the realization that she couldn't have, because she was in a different place. and that there was a brother who the father had an affair with his nanny, and a child
That's right.
was spawned from that affair, but the mother died, and then the other mother died, and then the daughter didn't know.
It's like a Disney movie.
The daughter, who's your wife, didn't know that she had a brother, or she did. I forget. There was so much that happened, and then as you're going through all of this, what you come to find out is that you, the character in the game, are the brother, and you have been married to your sister, who you have impregnated, and it's gross.
No.
I felt terrible. And then as you continue to peel back layers and the loops keep restarting, what you come to find out is that you're actually in a therapy session. And this game has a lot of different endings that you can continue to play through. But ultimately, where we stopped at the point where none of what happened in the game ever got to that point.
Right. It was like a weird hypnotism session to what could have happened had this person pursued the relationship with his sister. Okay, so I'm really good at Clue. Okay?
You're okay.
So I win every time. Do I not?
You do.
Okay, I win every
time.
They've
got a digital version of Clue.
Oh, do we have to play?
We might need to find if there's a way.
Do I have to embarrass you online for free?
We might have to.
Might have to. So I'm very good at Clue. I've seen the movie a bunch. Everything's a red herring. I was trying to figure this thing out, and at the beginning of the stream, I was trying to figure out, because you ended stream 1 with the brother was the killer.
Finding out the brother was the killer.
I knew that we were not, based on the premise of the game and kind of the restraints that the game gives you, that we're not going to meet any other new characters.
Right.
So either the cop is the brother, or you are the brother.
And I had that little... Things started to circle in my head a little bit.
Okay, Chris, you beat me once, you got lucky, okay? Kevin gets the Ferris wheel and fucked everything up, all right?
I was so certain about that, too. Yeah, like because at the end of that initial playthrough, that first night, that's where we got the ending where we talk to the wife, we tell her we know everything, we convince the cop's daughter to call her father and say not to hurt us, to which he obliges, and then we give him all the information, we give him the watch, he's happy, he goes on his merry way, we're safe, nobody's dead. And in my head, I'm like, oh my God, we just beat the game. Like, this is it.
Right.
Like, there's no, like, the brother just doesn't exist, yada, yada, yada. But then as we're going through it, we loop back. I'm like, what the fuck? But there were some key plot points that popped up throughout the story.
I mean, Christy makes a great point. Murder mystery novel rules. The killer has to be someone already introduced in the story.
Yeah.
It's true. Like, I'm a big fan of Murder, She Wrote. So there you go. Angela Lansbury.
So yeah, things started to circle in my brain.
Mrs. Potts.
And I was like, there's a couple of avenues this could go down, but I didn't want to believe it. And then we got to that point where we're like, wait a minute. We know from the story that our mother died when we were a baby. And we're finding out that this nanny died before anybody knew about this baby. What if we were that baby? And then it turned out we were that baby.
Here's the thing. Looking back at the whole situation. Yeah. So I was talking to the wife, and overall, fucked up game.
Oh, yes.
but very well crafted.
Sure.
In kind of like making sure that all the dots are connected.
Mm-hmm.
But there were holes in the game that threw me off. Okay.
I will say that there were definitely some general mechanics to the game that I think were a little bit broken.
Well, I was talking about like plot points.
Some of that too, yeah.
Like the photograph doesn't make any sense because the character was supposed to have met the woman that night based on the previous dialogue. So thusly they both couldn't have been there for the murder, but obviously there was no murder to begin with. So like that's kind of a moot point. But the other thing that doesn't make any sense is when at the end of the game, you're in the psychiatrist's office, right? And everything in the office has a reference point to the story that's being told. You got the clock on the wall. That's the pocket watch.
That's the pocket watch.
You got the book on the shelf.
That's the book she's reading.
You know, the hallway wallpaper or carpet and all that shit. Like all that's in there. One thing that never got resolved ever was where does Bumblebee come from? Because it's not referenced anywhere else.
That is the only connection I really made there was, you know, Bumblebee, flower. There was the whole thing about the flowers. We were never in the coffee shop on New Year's Eve. Yeah, I mean it's all fabricated. It's all part of the I mean false reality. It was part of that false reality. He made himself believe that, and he projected that onto her. And also like, how come we couldn't get through on the health insurance line?
I mean that's real life. That's accurate. Like you're gonna be on hold for at least 40 minutes. Trust me, I worked there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and when you get there, you're not going to be happy.
Not going to be happy
with the results.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, there was a little bit of that where, like, of course, there's going to be things that are going to be there to throw you off. I imagine the Bumblebee element was there to allow you, the player, to sort of bridge that gap. Like there had to be a reason. There had to be a
throw
catalyst.
Something in the office, like throw a statue of a Bumblebee. Or throw something in there just to let the player connect with the fantasy a little bit more. Like that was the only thing I was kind of missing. I was like, come on, man. Like you have to go like that. And first off, like the whole time I'm like, what movie are they seeing? Are they going No Way Home? Like is it Spider-Man?
Oh,
what are we doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, like I want to know if you know somebody who has cancer, like what do they choose? Are they going with the Big Lebowski? Like if it's your last movie that you get to see, what movie you picking? I want to know. What would be yours?
What would be mine? I don't know. Probably like
last movie you get to see.
Probably watch like Big Trouble in Little China again.
Poor choice.
What do you mean poor choice?
Poor choice.
How is it a poor choice?
Poor choice.
It's my movie. What do you watch?
Okay, so I'm watching one of two movies.
Okay.
And it's a coin flip so if I'm on my deathbed and I know I've got like 2 hours and change to spend my last bit of time and I get to choose a movie to watch, I'm either watching Star Wars, the original.
Okay.
Or I'm watching Back to the Future. One of the two.
Okay. That's fine. Oh, wait.
Let's see.
Chrissy says
we got
in the
lots
chat
here.
The cop says he only listens to his daughter and his wife. He represents the dad in the hypnotism, trying to protect his daughter, keeping us away from her.
Okay.
That's fine, yeah. And then Fenton also says maybe we just never got to the point in the game that explains Bumblebee. They had a lot of choices they didn't explore. I mean, so there are still...
They weren't listening to me at all.
Oh, my God. So there are still like 3 or 4 endings that we did not see.
Oh, really?
But they don't necessarily change anything.
Bergman, I don't know what that is. I'm unaware. Kevin knows what that is.
I don't know.
Everybody in the chat, what's the last movie you're gonna watch?
Yeah, what's the last movie you're gonna watch? Let us know in the comments. I mean, like, I don't get why my choice is wrong though. Like it's still a good choice.
No, the runtime doesn't extend your life, Bergman. Okay, that's not how that works. Okay, like if you're watching the Snyder Cut, it doesn't make you live longer. All right.
I'm watching How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the animated from the '60s. It's like 41 minutes.
It's not a bad choice, honestly.
Like,
it's not a bad choice.
Yeah, I mean, it's better than the Muppets.
I mean, Muppets Christmas Carol would be better.
I don't think so.
But like,
no, because the Muppets Christmas Carol would just be like, this is fucking depressing.
No, it has a fucking happy ending.
Well,
and fucking Michael Caine is the best Scrooge that's ever existed. I will fight anybody who wants to tell me otherwise.
Okay. I mean,
he makes a fucking great Alfred, and he's Scrooge.
Was he a good Alfred?
He was a great Alfred. He was witty. He was there when he needed to be, and he had kind of like the Cagney accent, like he was from
Jimmy Cagney. You mean Cockney?
No, yeah. I mean, I've been drinking, but he's from South Wales, so like
talking like Jimmy Cagney over there. Yeah. 24 Hour Runtime. Jesus, I never want to see that.
Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Interesting choice.
Okay.
I don't know that I can hate on that. It's a stylized movie.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. Like I don't like if I'm going out, I want to be like, yeah, like give me something fun. You know?
Something fun,
something fun with some color pop, some Jack Burton driving around in a big rig.
Mm-hmm.
Stopping.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I don't know that I could
supernatural.
Support, like in my dying breath, I don't know that I could support Tim Burton. Like
Tim Burton.
Like he's like, you know, like, okay, like Batman, A+. But like that fucking Alice in Wonderland movie, like go fuck yourself.
Well,
that was terrible.
He got to the point where he was just, he had a thing. And his thing was just to work with like Johnny Depp.
Okay, we get it. And by the way, he had almost nothing to do with Nightmare Before Christmas.
No, he was a producer.
He wrote a poem. That was it. Fucking nothing to do with the actual movie.
Got that paycheck though.
But fucking A.
Still probably getting that paycheck.
He earned that shit with Batman.
He did earn that shit with Batman. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Fucking Danny Elfman and stuff. I mean,
like just watching porn.
I mean, if you want to watch porn, like that's fine too. I mean, like, who knows? Maybe that will extend your life a little bit, depending on what you watch.
Is Christy watching Ghost based off that emoji? I'm not sure what that emoji means.
I don't.
Is she a Patrick Swayze fan?
I don't even know what that is. What? I don't even. I honestly, I don't even know what that emoji is. These are good choices. I like all of these.
Yeah, I like these. These. These are all solid choices.
All solid choices. So yeah.
But anyway, we got some other shit to talk about besides your fucked up video game.
Yeah.
Can you guys play like Mario 3 next time? Like something fucking wholesome. Like come on. Can we get like fucking? You guys should like really do like a run through of like Knights of the Old Republic or something. Like something that like everybody can enjoy.
I have Knights of the Old Republic on my computer, and I'm pretty. And I think I said this on the show once before. Like I don't think my computer can play it. Like I think my computer. You guys should
play the re-release. Because they're re-releasing that game.
Yeah, but I already bought it. I'm like, I
bought it like 5 times. Well, like I bought it when it first came out. I bought it for my phone, and then I bought it for like the fucking Switch. Like I've bought it so many times. Like Lucas has my money, for fuck's sake.
I already have a lot of games.
I mean, I named my son after one of the characters. So
you did. So you're pretty much invested.
I'm invested.
Well, we might look to do one a month.
Okay.
Or at least try to target one a month.
Video Game Date Night once a month.
Once a month, or like maybe once every other month. I mean,
Well, if you do like a game that goes double parts, are you doing like a game a month? Is that like the plan? Or are you doing like a part of a game a month?
No. Like we would do like one game a month. So like it would be like if it takes us 3 sessions to beat it, we would do 3 sessions, as quickly as we can. She said it's a.
You guys.
laughing emoji pointing up at Bergman's choice.
Okay, so you're not a fan of Swayze.
I mean,
just trying to make sure.
Okay.
And pottery.
And pottery. Which is fun.
So maybe you jump into like some like when you did The Wolf Among Us.
Oh,
that was amazing.
Do The Wolf Among Us too. Oh, I think The Wolf Among Us. Yeah, that was the first one we ever did, but that wasn't like an actual video game date night. I don't think.
I mean, it was like the trial and error show.
Yeah, that was the precursor. Ooh, I should see if those are on our channel. I don't think they are.
So one thing that we kind of were inspired by. So me and Blakely K were supposed to do a show when you guys were in Syracuse, but we both got COVID and couldn't talk. So we couldn't do that. But we've inspired. So you guys have video game date night.
Right.
I think we are going to start board game date night.
Oh, look at you.
Because we bought a board game to do as one of the shows.
Yeah.
And then fucking we both got COVID and that we still like it's still in the fucking wrap. Like we haven't opened the fucking board game. So like we're thinking like, okay, we got video game date night. Let's do board game date night. And Jesus Christ, what was that? Was that a banshee?
Fucking cats. Hey, shut the fuck up. I'm doing a show.
How about that?
Knights of the Old Republic is a PS5 console exclusive at launch.
Yeah, well, you're getting a PS5.
We're getting a PS5 and a new TV soon, so you know it'll be good.
There you go.
Yeah.
How about that?
How about it?
So, folks, I'm sorry that these two continue to fucking give you content that is disturbing, that will make you go into therapy. I wasn't expecting a Luke and Leia situation at the end of that game.
We promise it won't be as bad next time, but no guarantees.
Fenton, I'm down for Uno. Let's do something wholesome.
We could do
Come
Uno
on now.
They've got.
No, that's considered board game date night.
Well, no, but you can also play Uno. Well, here's the thing: you could play Uno online with friends, up to 4 people.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
And it's like always on Steam for like $3.
Well, there you go.
So
minimal investment. I'm pretty sure that's cheaper than buying an actual Uno deck these days. That's fair.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. $5.99.
Look at that.
There you go.
There you go.
So we got to talk about something else.
Okay.
And we got to talk about some festivals.
Yes, we do.
Because Christy promises nothing. She's gonna keep it. She's gonna keep us on our toes, apparently. So, and I know you will, because you come up with some fucked up shit. So, anyway, let's see. Blake K said we could also do date night with some other couples too. Oh, getting a little mix up.
Put a key in the fishbowl.
Something. All right. Yeah, there you go. Key party date night.
Fishbowl date night.
Fishbowl date night. Let's do it. Let's go on.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Love it.
So we got festivals coming up.
So we talked about possibly celebrating episode number 300.
Yep.
With a little something saucy, a little something special.
A little something saucy, a little something special, yeah.
That immediately, I was texted. I was at the Publix, getting something for dinner, and I got a text message from Blakely K. She says, "Look at this shit," and I take a look, and I'm like, "Holy mother of God!" And then we had texted you, and you had already heard about it.
I don't think you could fit more bands on that fucking flyer. The When We Were Young Festival
was just announced.
Which was just announced. I when I first saw this, there
you go. Bergman's got the facts in chat about some Uno.
When I saw this event flyer, I was like, "That's a fun idea that somebody had and made in Photoshop this morning." Turns out it's true. It's a legit thing.
Well, I like that. Like the flyer of the thing was set up like every band sticker ever. Like that's the theme they were going for, was like your agenda in high school.
39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. There's like over 50 bands on this thing.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a multiple day festival.
No, it's not.
It's not? It's one day?
This is a 12-hour event.
Get the fuck out of here. It is not.
When we were young, Saturday, October 22, Las Vegas Festival Grounds. There are going to be over 50 bands taking place over the course of one day. Festival information. Festival hours are 11 a.m. to 12 a.m.
Okay,
October 22nd.
Midnight. Okay.
It's 12 hours. Over 50 bands are playing.
That's not possible. It is literally not possible. Like, you would have to have... I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. You would have to have 7 stages?
I wouldn't put it past them. So when we did ACL... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Shit. I think when we did ACL, there was at least 5 stages.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not
3 stages. Fuck you. There's
only
stages.
3 stages. Yo, shut the fuck up.
This has to be at least a 2-day festival. Unless every band is playing a song and they're sharing equipment. That is the only other fucking way that this is happening.
So there's a lot of discussion around this going on right now.
Yeah, this is a lot of discussion.
And that's one of the things that came up. It's being put on by Live Nation.
All right, well that's legit.
It's so there's that. But then again, a lot of people were like, Live Nation, isn't that what just did Astro World? Which
okay, listen, so that didn't turn out okay.
That didn't turn out okay.
So, but they also put on like every other fucking concert that you ever go to.
Yeah,
so,
and like that's the thing. It's one of those things. And like a lot of people are trying to tack that onto this, like, well, this was the same group that did Astro World. It's like, yeah, but it's fucking Live Nation. I mean,
right? Like the one that gives you $20 of fees for like a $10 ticket. Eat a dick.
I don't know how they're gonna pull this off. And like the thing is I understand. Holy shit, Christy in the chat. 12 hours, 3 stages, 63 bands. That's from the website.
Christy, what's the math on band time for that? I know you can figure it out. I can't. But like,
so I understand where a lot of people's apprehension is coming from because it sounds fucking bonkers.
Sure does.
This is something that like you would typically do over the course of 3 days. Or even 2 days. Or with 7 stages.
Something
like that. It's also the arena where that shooting happened in Vegas a few years back.
I mean, not ideal, Bergman. Not great.
This is just...
But like, the show must go on. So like, I mean, what are they going to do with that field? Make it a parking lot? Come on.
Pave paradise, I guess.
Counting Crows aren't in the bill. I'm telling you.
Counting Crows didn't do that song.
Blakely just wants to go so she can blast the story so far again. They made the bill.
They made the bill. I don't know how. They were not, relevant when I was young or when I was old.
And how are the Killers not on this fucking list?
Oh my God.
It's called When We Are Young. Come on now.
So a lot of people are apprehensive. A lot of people are shitting on it. Right. And to that I say, hey, look it. You don't need to go.
You don't need to go.
If it's not your thing, don't go.
Don't go. Go see Billy Joel. He's
don't
in
talk
Vegas.
about it. Yeah, go see Billy Joel. Go somewhere else. Go do something else. You don't need to be there.
Gamble.
Nobody's telling you to be there.
Go to a burlesque show.
Go see some strippers, something, or just stay home. Stay home. And this is one of the things that Christy and I were sort of theorizing earlier tonight. with the amount of bands that are on this bill,
sure.
Here's the possibility of why it's set up like this. Number one, it's Vegas. Vegas is expensive.
Mm-hmm.
So are you more likely to get a lot of people out there for 20 bands? Or are you more likely to get people out there when you say, look at all of these people that we're bringing in? You have so many to choose from. You have so many options. You're giving people the ability to choose and not feel like they're limited. Not feel like, yeah, it's a cool show, but like, is it really worth, whatever the price ticket is to go see like a handful of bands? It's like, you can be a part of this thing where we're going to try to pull off 63 bands in 12 hours. Like, so there's a little bit.
Christy K with some real fucking math. 34 minutes per band, including setup and takedown.
Okay, so like 3 songs.
Wow. Yeah, so like every band's playing 3 to 4 songs. The headlining band's getting more time than the usual.
Sure.
Probably double time. Like My Chemical Romance and Paramore are getting double time. And listen, I've seen Paramore. They're okay.
Okay.
Like I was at Darien Lake. I went for No Doubt. Paramore was opening. We caught their 2 hit songs and then went and rode roller coasters.
Nice.
For like drunk and wasted on roller coasters, and then went and hit No Doubt, and they opened up with Spider Webs, and we're like, we're good.
We're good.
And we left.
And you left
to Tully's.
Oh my God.
So
I think they're trying to overbook to draw people in. I also think they're trying to overbook because they believe people will drop out.
Oh, they definitely will.
Because
100%. Like if you think the red jumpsuit apparatus is making it, you're completely wrong. So like, fucking ain't happening. You think Atreyu's showing up? Ain't happening. Fuck off.
Because much like happened to us for the Coheed cruise, a lot of bands dropped out at the last minute, and a lot of bands dropped out. And this is an October show.
Right.
Fucking
it's a long time. Long ways away.
The Decepticon virus is continuing to take off. We don't know what's going to happen.
I just caught it.
You just caught it. I've almost caught it. I'm like dodging it left and right, man.
Did you get your test?
I got tested. Negative.
And
negative.
Okay, well, it's not real. So like, fuck. They said I was negative and I couldn't smell or taste anything. So like,
I already,
what other thing does that?
I mean, I already can't smell, but I could taste.
I mean, that's true.
And my
you're
cold went away.
Alien.
I'm an alien. Bergman says cost right now is pretty high for Vegas at that time. Normally one of the better times to go. Yeah, and it's going to be inexpensive to be out there for sure.
Fenton, I mean, if it's like Firefest, this event's not happening.
Well, so here's the other thing too, is a lot of people were calling it out saying that this is a non-refundable show. So if things get canceled, like, do you potentially not get your money back?
To which, is someone sucking dick for water?
I forgot that was the thing. Which I don't know. I mean, like an event this big, when you're making that much, like that many payments, can they just be like, hey, we're canceling and we're not going to give you your money back?
It's weird. Well, and this is why, if you're doing anything, folks, go through PayPal. Because PayPal will always side with you.
PayPal?
They're good about that.
Or like a good credit card company.
Yeah, I mean, not Discover. Like, let's be honest. Like, not American Express.
Not
Visa,
not Shitty Bank.
Yeah, no. Come on now. Get yourself something good.
Yeah.
GA tickets, get you water.
So there are okay. So like within the packages, there are packages where it's like you get access to a water refill station for free.
Wait, you need to buy an upgraded ticket for that?
So, okay, general admission. There are 3 tiers.
Okay.
$225, $235, $245. Each general admission ticket includes the following. Performances all day on multiple stages.
Okay.
Which I guess needs to be explicitly stated. Because
they'll figure it out.
I assume somebody at one point was selling tickets to something which didn't include access to the show.
Jesus
Food choices from regional and local vendors.
Okay.
Bars, concessions, official band merch, festival merch. Oh, okay. Free water stations and more.
I mean, if you go to listen, I'm a guy who's been to a bunch of festivals.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The water stations are for everybody because the last thing they want is motherfuckers passing out.
Oh, yeah.
Because of dehydration.
They don't want that.
Okay, so you're going to listen, bring your camel packs.
Yep.
Bring your backpacks because whatever you're on, whatever you're doing, you're going to want to drink some water. Let's be honest.
But they've got there's a VIP package, there's a GA Plus package. The VIP Cabana
GA Plus
package
usually gets you like GA Plus usually gets you like the good bathrooms.
Yeah, it's
so
the AC bathrooms, and you get a dedicated entry line at the main entrance.
Okay,
so quicker access.
So you
into
get
the
in
venue.
a little bit quicker.
Yeah,
I mean, if you go later in the day, anyway, because honestly, who wants to see the opening bands? Like nobody wants to be there all day,
right? And I mean, like most of the hotels that they're trying to put people up in are like a 10-minute walk.
VIP charging stations.
Well,
bring a battery pack.
Here's the true get. The VIP Cabana.
Okay.
For $12,500.
Okay, what's that between like 10 people?
Between 10 people. Must be 21 and over. Ultimate roped off viewing area with security, shade, and VIP service. Complimentary 2 bottles. Your choice, 1 premium liquor, 1 champagne. Food vouchers for all in your party. Cabana available at the main stage only. So you only get to be in there for the main stage. Performances all day. Expedited entry at the main entrance. Private air-conditioned restroom. Charging station. Food choices, bars, concessions, water station. Skip the line access for general admission merch store.
Okay, well, let's talk about this because, like, it's October in Vegas. Do you really need an AC place in October for Vegas? I don't know what the weather's like.
I've been there. I've been there in January, and it's been cold.
I'm assuming it's like Texas or Florida. Where the winter months are cold.
October in Texas can still get pretty hot. I mean, it's the middle of January. It was 75 degrees today.
70. Okay. In the chat's going crazy here. VIP charging stations. GA Plus gets you access to air conditioned bathroom for $3.99. Listen, trust me. I just went to a festival not too long ago where by fucking 2 hours before the festival closes, they were not checking if you have GA Plus to go into the good bathroom.
At that point.
They could give a flying fuck because they've been dealing with drunk assholes all fucking day. They do not care. You just go in when a bunch of people are going, and you can go piss in the fucking stadium for free. Anyway, you only get 10 tickets for the Cabana. So you take the 0 away, so that's $125 a person.
Which
that's not terrible.
It's not bad, really.
High 70s, low 80s in October. You don't need the fucking air conditioning. You're fine.
Yeah.
So like the pluses and the negatives, like honestly, like if you can get 10 people to go and you can get a Cabana, that's probably a fucking deal.
It's probably not bad, realistically.
You can probably figure it out.
If that's
Bergman,
your thing.
what you doing? Fenton, what you doing? Let's figure this out.
Yeah, let's do something.
I mean, we could probably get 10 people.
We could get 10 people. I know 10 people.
I know 10 people. Let's figure it out. Fuck.
Now we got the weather in the chat. Yeah, average high.
No, he already took the 0 away. So wait, is 100? Wait, what?
No. It's not 100. Yeah, no.
Fuck
it's still $1,200.
Oh,
it's
$1,250
because it's 12,000 for the Cabana.
Thanks, Christy, for doing the math as always. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, that's not worth it. Not even close.
Okay, well. Yeah.
Like, listen, I've been to a lot of festivals. You can get a lot more for your GA ticket than you think you can get.
Yeah.
As long as you're willing to kind of schmooze some people.
Yeah. If
you're willing to do some favors in the porta potty, you can get some stuff done.
Trip over a line or two, like, kind of duck behind a potty, see if, there's a entryway into one of those little side areas where they get all the free food and stuff.
Here's a pro tip. You act like you belong.
Oh,
it goes a long way. It goes a long fucking way.
Yeah, because
whether you got the wristband or not.
Most people who work those shows, they're just like, are you being a dick? No? Come on in.
Most people that work those shows are paid by the gig, so they don't give a fuck as to what's happening.
Yeah. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it all turns out.
So what do you think about the lineup? What do you think about?
Me?
What's actually presented? Yeah, you personally.
Me personally? Me?
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing, man. This really wasn't my bag back in high school when I was young. I was that kid who was just like dipping his toe in like the emo genre to be like, I think this is what you're supposed to listen to if you like girls. But then I was like, I don't. I was like, I was like, this is weird. And so, like, I just, went on listening to, like, Pantera and Metallica and CKY and stuff throughout high school. But as interestingly enough, as I've gotten older, and Christy has introduced me to a lot more of this style of music, I'm like, wait a minute. I would have been into this growing up. Like, this really hits a chord. So, overall, I think there's one band that I would actually I mean, okay, so looking at the lineup, I mean, like, it would be cool to see My Chemical Romance.
Yes.
Obviously Taking Back Sunday. It could be cool to see The Used.
Like, okay, Taking Back Sunday was fucking awesome on the cruise.
They were great.
And they got off the boat immediately.
And
like after they played their set.
We had a great time when we saw them in Pittsburgh. I'd be down for some Jimmy Eat World again.
I've never seen Jimmy Eat World. That's like a bucket list band for me. So
they were
that's
good.
Kind of like
AFI. I don't know if I don't know about them. I mean, because
I just want to hear that like Silver and Cold song.
Have you seen?
And then, like, I'm good.
Davey Havoc recently?
Who?
The lead singer?
No, didn't he like have like throat cancer or something?
No, he like blew his voice out. I think it was in between albums, but like, look at AFI from like that original like album release, and then like see what they put out like a few years ago. We watched a video. We watched a music video from them that was like posted in like 2018 or something, and I thought it was the wrong band.
Okay.
Because it was like some weird slow jazz.
Ooh.
And like the lead singer looked like a guy who I had never seen before, but it was the same dude. And what
people change.
Weirdly enough, what really threw me off about him was he looked like a guy. Because if you know AFI,
Didn't so much.
He was.
Listen, I went through a phase in high school where I wore a cabbie hat. I get it.
Cabbie hat, androgyny. It's all the same when you think about it.
Right.
But yeah, like the rest of the bands, I mean, like I know Atreyu.
Listen, I accidentally saw them once, and they played the one song I wanted to hear, and then so I'm good.
Okay,
like I'm good with the trio.
I know who a lot of these bands are. Like I could give a fuck about All American Rejects. You will not get me to that show. Alkaline Trio could be cool. Like I don't.
Bergman says, interesting. The hotel costs are not awful. For the Friday arrival to Saturday departure, most are sub 200. That's interesting.
I think
could be good.
Christy, we might need to be looking outside of the Oh, hi. I didn't realize you were still doing your test.
Blake the Case says she saw AFI back in the day. It was awesome. Crowd surfed during them. So fun.
Yeah, I mean, they could be cool still, but like, I don't know. I mean, I've heard of A Day to Remember. Never really heard them. I've heard of Bring Me the Horizon. Never really heard them. I know Silverstein. Senses Fail. I think they did the
that
RVD
song that we tried to cover that one time.
Okay, that's
Me and Chris tried to cover one of their songs once, and I still remember the opening riff from that song, and I'm like, oh, that's pretty, and then the rest of the song goes to shit.
Oh, okay.
So there you go.
But yeah, so looking at the lineup, I guess I could take it or leave it. I don't really know.
There's My Chemical Romance would be cool.
Yeah,
it would. I actually got into them just a couple of years ago.
Sure, yeah, honestly. It's kind of the same thing that I've been going through.
And I'm like, you know what, that would be cool to see. Mm-hmm. But other than that, I've seen Paramore. Jimmy Eat World would be cool.
Yeah.
Everybody else would be just kind of a nostalgia trip back to high school, and most of high school wasn't great.
Right.
So I don't have high hopes for it.
Right.
But it would still be and it'd be one of those things if we were to do Coheed Cruise Part 2, aka Festival to Vegas, that would be a fun fucking trip to do.
That would be. This is why I think the hook for this show is a couple of things. It's you have the option and the ability to see all these bands in one day, but it's also just to it's for people who were fans of this when they were young to go to a place and to feel that nostalgia. I know a lot of people were kind of bugging out because, the whole Astral World thing, but if this show is anything like the Coheed Cruise, it's going to be way more chill. Keep in mind...
Well, that's the thing. Everyone's old at this point.
Keep in mind what the target audience for this is. I had to take arthritis pain medication today for my back. I'm not rushing no stage, okay?
Fuck no. I don't give a shit. I don't care anymore.
You're going to get a lot of people who look like us who are just these guys were fucking cool back in the day. Yeah.
We might be on a cruise in October for Disney, but COVID, who the fuck knows what's going to happen. But that's the thing is all the target audience for this is our age or older. And at that point, nobody fucking is crowd surfing. Nobody is moshing anymore. Nobody gives a fuck.
Nope.
We just kind of if we could all just bring lawn chairs and sit and have a good time, I think everybody fucking would at this point. Let's bring a blanket. Let's see. Bergman in the chat says, so not to play travel agent, but but from Austin to Vegas and back on Travelocity, you can get a flight, a hotel between $540 and $600 for most major properties on the Strip. So there you go. Right. I mean, it's for a full-on vacation down nostalgia street.
Yeah,
it's not bad.
Not bad.
It's not
bad. Not bad. So hey, something to look into, consider.
We could consider it.
Yeah. Can't book with my rival company.
Can't.
Oh, that's right.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah. We might have a little hookup.
Huh?
We might have a little hookup. No. So yeah. That's it.
So also, if you want to get a vibe for what a festival is like, we just posted a State of Sunshine where we went.
Can I say something?
To a festival.
Can I say something?
Oh, well, please.
It was a very cool and neat vlog. I don't think I ever need to go to one of those. I'm watching that and I'm like, this is intense. I don't know what I would do at one. Okay, so I get that you can do whatever you want, but watching that, I'm like, I already don't know what to do at most festivals. I really want to know what to do at this festival.
There are things you can do that make the festival a lot of fun.
Oh, I'm sure there are. I don't know if I would have that reaction.
Yo, you would.
Oh, okay.
Trust me. The video that's posted is not my music. It is not my scene. It is not my anything. Blakely K is big into the EDM kind of thing.
Yeah.
I went as somebody who was supportive.
Oh. Supportive bystander.
That type of thing. I had a fucking fantastic time. Okay. If you know the right people and everybody around you is chill and cool, you can have a fucking fantastic time. and take kind of an intro look at yourself.
Yeah.
And realize that you are a beacon of light, much like the I don't know, if you don't call them bands, you call them what, artists?
Artists, because they're not bands.
DJs. I'm not sure what to call these people.
Right.
But as the LS Dream band said, we don't look at you like human. We look at you as a beacon of light, which you are. And then you're like, makes sense.
Cool, man.
There you go.
Yeah.
And you just have fun. And then you see the ridiculous Dogecoin dog flapping in the wind and everybody's cool totems.
Mm-hmm.
And you just have a good time and see a bunch of lasers and fireworks and shit. And you just walk around and you're like, this is wacky. And you have a good time, which I am assuming this festival will also be very wacky. So
maybe there'll be somebody in a Sam costume.
Maybe. We will have eventually. I mean, it's a long way down the roads, but there will be another State of Sunshine where we went to another festival.
Okay.
Very similar.
Cool.
To the last one. So
cool.
So be on the lookout for that if you enjoyed.
Yes, and be sure that you are subscribed to this channel. Hey, look at that! Because we have so much more content coming out to you real soon. We've got a new episode of Don't Be an Asshole going live tomorrow night at 10/9
That's
Central.
Right.
But maybe before the end of the month. What's today? Wednesday. Maybe before the end of the month, I'll be able to get that other 12 minutes video wrapped up. Do a little 12 minute recap.
Nice.
Trying to stay on that.
You can do anything you want from Blakely K in all caps. So
well, there you go. There you have it. So yeah. So be sure that you are subscribed here. Leave a comment down below. Let us know what you think. Be sure to also ring that notification bell so you know when we go live, and also follow us on Twitter. It's at BrainWreckTV. And we've got Twitter accounts too. Look at those. Look
at that. We're upgrading this shit.
Upgrading this shit
on the daily, folks.
Daily. We don't have an upgrade for tomorrow's show, but we'll have one soon. I still got to put some stuff together.
Very soon.
I'm finding things. I have ideas.
and one little spark's all it takes. So there you go.
Yeah.
But for this week, I'm NG Snacks.
I'm Kevin Graham.
And this has been your show.
Peace.